All right. Here's the marker. There we go. Did that. Go back over to this page. Go to the top here. Go over to this page. Mark this thing here. All right, Freddie, we're ready. Go.
60, 59, 58.
Dan, you shouldn't say things like that about people.
What?
This continues to be
I didn't say nothing. You was talking about it.
49.
Yeah, diaper rash.
That ain't diaper rash, let me tell you.
This is the continued countdown.
Like I say, it starts at the hand and works its way up to the neck.
33. Please stand by as you're listening to the countdown.
You are a bad man.
28.
No, I'm not. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
All right, then careful. I got this plastic bag.
You will notice that Melania is all clear.
17, stand by, 16, as we are now delivering the countdown. 14, the Slade and Mayson Show. 12, 11, yes, 10. This is our countdown.
Okay, stop being current. Go get funny.
Ready?
All right,
here we go.
Here it comes.
3, 2, 1.
Now broadcasting from the Dan Mayson Studios, deep in the heart of Virginia, it's the Slade and Mayson Show.
Here we are again. Wow.
60, 59.
Wrong button.
Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mason.
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
All righty, there you go.
We officially welcome you to the new time zone.
Boop, boop, boo. It's now 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock off from your 9, 10, 11, and 12 and 1 o'clock. So welcome to yet another. So if you want to go down and reset the microwave, well, you can do that after the Slade and Mayson Show. But if you're sitting there going, wait a minute, they're finishing up. How is it possible? Wait, what time? I can't. All right. It is. It's daylight wasting time or savings time.
Daylight wasting time. Yeah.
One of those two things. Hey, you know what this is?
Sunday.
No. It's a podcast. Wow. You have got to see a doctor. Okay. you can't get your nouns and things set up.
You know my doctor, Dr. Benny Boomba.
I'll tell you, he's a great guy. You know, he gave me 3 weeks to live. I said, doctor, I can't afford to pay that. He just gave me 2 more weeks. You know. All right, now, this is a podcast. Is what this is. It's called the Slade and Mayson Show, and it's our reflection upon what we're seeing in the news. But here's the important thing. It's going to be funnier because
if that's even possible. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, we're not going to say things like, yep, and of course it went around Pluto and Uranus and turned the page and that's the end of it. No, we're going to make fun of stuff like that. So just I need for you to just calm yourself down, enjoy what you're listening to.
Cronkite, man.
Yeah, this is kind of like a radio program, but it's not like any radio program you ever heard. How about that? Is that better?
There we go. Thank you.
All right. Now, all the music you're listening to is brought to you by Dano Music because it was free.
We're damn cheap.
Yeah,
That's right.
I mean, we've been at this for a really, really, really long time. So when Dano was first starting out, he posted a whole bunch of songs. Yeah, JD had hair. Lots of other things had taken place. Let's see. So thank you, Dano. Link is in the description. Go take a look at his other musical offerings. Not AI for that fellow. There are pictures of us.
You're going to pay. So
yeah. We got under the wire. Yeah, baby. So there's a picture from 2016 from Instagram, one of them from Twitter, which is X, I think. I don't know what you want to call it this week. A couple from 24 and 25 on Facebook. Now, if you are enjoying what you're listening to, seek medical care immediately. Call 1-800. All right.
I need help.
I need help. Now, if you're seeing this on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications of like every time I post up a new video. And if you're listening to us through Spotify, I'm not sure what you're supposed to do. I think there's a thumbs up button. Go ahead and hit that as well. But anyway, JD,
Yes, sir.
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
You got to stop calling him an elephant, man. It's like, just call him Mr. President.
No, not that person. No, we're talking about daylight savings time.
Oh, yes, this wasted effort. Now, listen, for 10 years, I've heard Congress talking about we're going to do away with this time thing, blase, blase, blase. But here's the thing. The whole idea of changing the time was because there used to be farmers, real farmers. And it's like, and they used to have that time so they could get their crops together, get their cattle together. And then they had kids who were, of course, helping them do these things. Which is not happening in this day and age.
As it turns out, that is not why we have daylight savings time. That's the Weekly World News version. We'll have
two-headed babies.
Yeah. Lizards are running the government. All right. So I actually have a little clip of that from Andy Rooney later on in the break, but it was all because do I want to ruin it?
Sure.
A guy wanted to look at bugs. That's basically it. It got too dark out, so he said, screw it, let's move the time. So now it's brighter in the morning, the lights observed and saved, and he could look at bugs. That's the only reason. And he did a campaign.
Better. Because at least it sounded like it could be logical. And then, of course, since kids do not, again, the reason that they have 3 months out of school is so that they could work on the farms and such and help their parents get crops. And
that's false.
But listen, stop telling me I'm a liar, will you?
No. That was the reason some are off is so that the families can go to the Hamptons.
I just forgot.
Rich people.
I can't remember the last time I left a beautiful Hamptons, man. It's like,
oh yeah, the lakeside with the dock there.
There's lots of us there too. We're usually wearing white gloves.
Bye, thank you, Mr. Leaf over here. I wonder if you can come on over here and pick that up. That is just distracting at all.
I got something I got to ask you about.
Please.
I mean, we've all played the game. You're riding along, you got a long ride, and you start reading license plates.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you get stumped because you just can't figure out what is that.
I need to buy a vowel, man.
All right. Well, here's a license plate that became a political issue. Do you have a pen handy?
I do. Go.
Okay. Here's the plate. PB4WEGO. The grandfather had this vanity plate revoked.
Peanut butter for Wego.
No, it means P before we go.
Oh, yeah.
The DMV said it was inappropriate.
Why? Because it's true. You got to get that done.
But the governor stepped in and got the plate reinstated. Imagine a world in which bathroom reminders become political debates. This is America. We argue about everything. Politics, taxes, and apparently bladder management. And this guy is basically just a responsible road trip dad. But like I say, the license plate saved more car rides than GPS ever has.
That is true. That's true. You get the trip faster, save fuel, you get it go, and then you're good. But
I hate long car trips. I really did. I still do. As a matter of fact, I know I can't do it anymore. I can't ride for more than an hour and a half. I just can't.
You know what other code that that's the license plate, but there are other things that get coded as well, right? So there's one that comes to mind for me is Z28B5Q Z28B5Q Z28
recognize
B5Q, it's a Z28. It's easy for you. Yeah, Z2.
when Dan and I get to talk to each other, and it's like, and we have to exchange information via computer. We use this great program, and it helps me connect, or helps Dan connect, so he can get into my computer and do what he needs to do.
Yeah, it's the Microsoft Quick Assist.
Yesterday, as we were doing our regular thing, first off, Microsoft was really slow and wasn't accepting. And then when it did, it's like it just went out and blanked out on me. So Dan decided, it's like sometimes it's easier to remember things if you make it into a little jingle.
So that's what I did. And I was waiting for JD. And I had 10 minutes because it stays up on the screen for 10 minutes. And then it cycles. So it was just Z28, B5Q, and that's the song for you. Boom, boom. All right. So
I was entertained with that for most of the morning yesterday. And so it's like we knew we were going to talk about it. So we just
threw it
in there. That's great. See, again, we don't we're not proud.
You know who else is not proud right now?
Oh, I can think of many people.
Chris K. Do you know who that is?
Chris K.
Kempczinski. He is the CEO of McDonald's. Have you seen this?
Oh my God.
It's
this
great.
Guy again, first off, if you want to know who does not eat McDonald's, there's nothing better than get the president of the company to try and introduce this new burger.
No, not a new burger. New product.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He said it over and over again.
Well, it's like, and so they bring out this burger,
the McArch, or Big Arch,
yes, and it's like, and he takes a look at it, he opens it, and he goes, I don't even know how to attack this.
Yeah,
and the bite he took, I've given hickeys with that bite that he took out of that burger. I don't get anything but bun.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he barely swiped the meat. He barely swiped the bun, and then they did a hard cut to him going, man, that was one big bite for a big arch.
I mean, like I say, you can tell this guy has never eaten anything at McDonald's.
And every time he opened, he goes, oh wow, what is that? Onions in there? Oh look, I think there's onions in here. I was like, dude, you don't even know your own product.
I was not impressed with that.
Okay, I think I have a theory as about the hard cut. The hard cut between him taking the bite and him going, wow. Just immediately, he had a little piece of crumb on his lip, and then that was gone. So here's my theory.
Truth in advertising.
There's a clip from a couple years back of him eating the new McChicken sandwich, and him taking a bite and using the napkin and going, and wipes his mouth and takes the contents of his mouth and rolls it into the napkin. This is the CEO of McDonald's promoting a product that he doesn't want to eat. Doesn't even want to eat it. And he kept saying, oh, this is going to be my lunch. I'm going to lunch on this. I'm going to eat this. What a lie.
Under the table, there's this wadded up napkin. With that's why they wouldn't let dogs in on the set.
It's right next to the Brussels sprouts and the liver.
Like I said, truth in advertising, it is amazing. And like I say, the advertising firm who put that together should learn. We will never use the CEO of McDonald's for any more.
Wait. What advertising? That's in-house. We do the same thing at where we work. It's all done in-house, and then they post it on Instagram. Bad move.
No lie. I mean, again, if you wanted me to try the big arch, I certainly didn't want to after I watched the CEO of McDonald's take that nibble.
Yeah. And then it was funny because at the same time, had nothing to do with each other. The CEO of Burger King was visiting. He's going from location to location trying the burgers, and someone responded to him taking a picture of a. He took a big, huge honking bite of a Whopper. And he goes, it's missing from this thing? A napkin, But that was his impression of it. Okay?
See, again, and that was the other thing. You saw this big, messy burger, and you knew, here's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to pick it up and start to squeeze it and have it act like the regular burger's doing. Just
like normal people do.
All over my lap,
Yeah, it's like, oh, my, look at that. 2 burgers in here.
Oh, yeah, 2 quarter-pound burgers.
It's so big.
Yes, sir. That is a cardiac arrest on a plate, man.
And then you saw Wendy's with their open response. I don't know if you saw that one.
I didn't.
Oh man, the CEO, he had it was their double burger, but he also he also took a swipe at McDonald's. So in his rebuttal, because it was clearly just that, a rebuttal, he goes, let's try this, and he picks up a Wendy's burger, the square burgers, and he takes big chomp. I mean, like a quarter of it's gone. He's like scarfing, this is good. Stuffs his mouth. He takes another bite. He's got like maybe a third of it left, and he goes, "That is a real burger." And then he goes down, he grabs some French fries, and he goes, it goes with this really well. And he opens up the Frosty, dipping his French fry into the Frosty, which is a nod to McDonald's Frosty machine always being out of service.
Always broken, yes.
Yeah. You know why it's always broken?
Because they don't clean the damn thing.
No, they're not broken. They're working fine. But you get a line of 26 cars and they all want Frosties. That machine, it takes like 5 minutes to make the Frosty. So you're not going to have 5 minutes a car. You just say, sorry, the Frosty machine's out of America. Okay. But if you go in, it magically works.
Yeah, because you're going to be standing there waiting for it. So.
Yeah. So, McDonald's has an issue with the Frosty machines, and you can't replace 24,000 machines at like $5,000 a pop.
Well, again,
or more.
We can try. You know what else is going on this time of year?
What up with that?
It is award season. I mean, it's like
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oscars, the Emmys, the
Peabodys, the
Comedy Awards. The Comedy Awards, they have their trophy. And the trophy was a clay head.
Oh no.
Now, at a recent award show, Kristen Bell, you know who she is?
Yes.
Okay. I love her commercials because it's like these are my children and they're not her children. But anyway, Kristen Bell made a clay face mold of Timothy Chalamet and gave it away as a trophy. It was an award. It was not an award. It was the start of a true crime documentary.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Tonight's winner gets a bust of a famous actor's face, which we made in the garage.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hi, listen, Hollywood's run out of ideas. Next year, the Oscar is going to just be Ryan Gosling's elbow.
Very silly. Very silly. I like to hear things like that. I like them making fun of stuff. Comedy is so hard to do.
But as I tell everyone, because like I say, people have said to me mistakenly, you're a funny dude. And I say, well, it's because I have lived a lot of pain, because that's where comedy comes from. It comes from pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, again, so when we are extremely funny, we are really hurt.
Well, let's
kids leaving, dogs dying. I mean, yeah, it's all there.
Well, let's throw some pain here. You know about these new Meta glasses?
I'm not sure, because it's like I've seen ads on TV that come up all the time about how your glasses are crap and you need to try these. And this one guy, he comes out and he's got these glasses on that look like, space age marbles. And but they're supposed to be, you're never going to have to go to an optometrist again.
No. These are Ray-Ban. This is a cooperative with Ray-Ban and Meta.
Oh God!
They've made these AI glasses. So
Now, wait a minute. Didn't they have this idea a couple of years ago?
Google.
Where they could, they could go ahead and shoot the computer through your glasses.
Google.
And you
Yep.
Google.
Yeah, Google did that with the little pop-up display and what have you. But now, Meta has completely rewritten how to do it. First off, they're Ray-Bans, so you look cool. Yeah, baby. Yeah. But you got cameras in the front. You got microphones going on. You have a display that pops up in front of your eyes. But here's the problem. All the videos that are captured are reviewed by hand to teach AI what they're looking at in real time. Now, where could we possibly get people inexpensively to review videos? I only want to pay them maybe about 80 cents an hour. Oh, Uganda, what? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to send all the videos to Uganda. Now,
We're still upset about Idi Amin.
yeah. So on paper, it sounds like a really great idea. Let's have all these people reviewing all these videos. They're going to get some money of the deal. They'll take care of their family. Meta makes a lot of money.
$1 billion.
Well, here's the problem. People forget they're wearing the glasses. So people are going in to use the bathroom. They're taking a dump. They go down. They're ready to flush a toilet. They get a nice view of the dump. You're at the grocery store, and you hand the young lady your credit card. Oh, I can see that credit card number right there in front. That's great. That's great. Oh, is that your kid over there? Oh, you ready to go bang somebody? That's great. Oh, you took off all your clothes. That's great. Beauty. Yeah. So all these videos are being sent to Uganda for review, and they're like, Mr. Meta, did you know your users are doing this? So just remember, when you put those glasses on.
My problem with the whole idea, when Google even came up with it, I mean, all I could imagine was people driving with these glasses on.
They are. That's the problem.
And the thing of it is that, all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, you get caught by a video every once in a while and you want to pay real attention to it. Mm-hmm. And like I say, I told you, for some reason, I have the feed of, massive animal killing each other, so it's like, and I can just see one of those popping up while I'm driving along, or a bear running across.
No. So it doesn't do videos. It's recording videos. It's recording you in real time.
Oh.
But it's not projecting the videos.
But no. And send it to Uganda.
Yeah, and then what I do is I go onto YouTube and I watch them. Hey, this guy's taking a dump. Look at that. Yeah. So
he's got a visa. It's a 942.
Michael, I give that a 5. That's a good 5. Yeah.
He's got an American Express black card.
Yeah. Now, what happens when that 16-digit number hits Uganda?
Oh, yeah, there's a mighty feast. All the families will be gathering around the fire.
Hello, Mr. Mason, did you approve a charge of $62,867 for the such and such restaurant in Uganda? No. All righty, we'll take care of that. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, but for the next 4 months, they're going to keep sending you letters that you owe us this money. Don't make us go to collections, please.
Okay, then take it off my numbers. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Oh, my gosh. So that's what's going on with Meta and its AI offering. And the fact that it's supposed to be AI glasses and there's no AI watching it. That's great. Because you could parse that stuff out. Oh my gosh, so much to talk about. Let's see.
All right, well, let me see here. I think I might have something to talk about because What would you feel about a festival celebrated meat falling from the sky?
Meat, like
Yeah.
like vegetable product,
Yes.
but only meat.
A town celebrated the anniversary of the Kentucky meat shower when chunks of meat mysteriously fell from the sky in 1876.
Oh my gosh.
Now, to celebrate, a plane dropped 1,500 beef sticks onto a crowd. I keep seeing WPRP in Cincinnati. I didn't know they could fly.
I didn't know it hit terminal velocity. What do you
Only
mean?
in America do we celebrate mysterious falling meat by throwing more meat.
And where was this again?
It does not say.
Oh.
It's Kentucky.
Kentucky. Oh, okay. Well,
And cut it out.
there we go.
Yeah. Let's see here. Imagine the weather forecast. Expect partly cloudy skies with a chance of Slim Jims.
Yeah, it's like cloudy with a chance of meatballs, like the kid's story. It's great. I love it. Yeah, it's beauty.
You know what? And it's like, and have you seen the price? Well, you of course are a consumer advocate, so it's like you've seen the price of meat, man.
Oh,
It's ridiculous.
dude. I mean, price of everything. We'll just say the price of everything's gone up, including fuel.
Oh yeah. So
we'll leave it-
wait a minute. Now, weren't we supposed to have? Where is this gas price at $1.99?
Well, well, when the Straits of Hormuz are shut down, next story.
Listen, we're in the month of March, and there's good and bad about everything about March, because there's that problem with the weather. Winter starts losing when winter finally starts giving up.
Yes.
Well, not completely, because winter in March is like a drunk guy leaving the bar. I'm leaving. Okay, one more cold.
One more. I could do this. This is not bad.
Now, you are, of course, not interested in sports at all, but spring training and baseball. They hope every baseball team looks good in March. Fans say things like, "This is our year." And then by July, the team is 32 games out of first place, and people are Googling fishing boats.
Gosh.
Let us not forget the whitest holiday of the year coming up on the 17th, St. Patrick's Day.
How you
It's the one day where everybody suddenly discovers they're 164th Irish.
Oh, Saturday Night Live did a skit on that a couple of years back. It was like people coming into like a little Irish bar. I don't know if you've seen this, but it was so funny. It was like,
I watched Saturday Night Live.
okay. So, and it's like, they ran it two different ways. One is like how it normally takes place. You come in and go, "Oh, how you doing?" So something like, "Oh, Kelly. Oh, Kelly. Oh, you're Irish. On my mom's side, I'm 1/16th Irish. Oh, okay, that's great. That's great. What can I get you today, right?" And then it's the other one where they do the flip of it, and it comes in. "Oh, how you doing? Oh, what's your last name? Oh, Kelly. Oh, Kelly. Oh my gosh, you're Irish. Yeah, I'm like 1/16th on my mom's side. Hey, O'Leary, she's come back home. And they get this crowd of people. Oh my God, they're celebrating her coming back to Ireland. It's like, that's what they're expecting to have happen. There's a lot of Irish people out there. So,
oh yeah, listen, it's
the
like
pool is soaking wet.
A lot of people, I told you, man, it's like at one point in my career, I was Bob O'Brien.
Oh,
And if you've seen me, you probably know that I have much more pigmentation than the entire country of Ireland.
That is true. That is true. And by the way, why are we cutting into a bar of soap with a knife?
I do not know. I mean, well, maybe
We're
it's
supposed to show you the stripes, the Irish stripes through there.
I always waited for him to take a hunk out of it and bite it.
I know. People are sitting there going, "What the hell are these guys talking about?" Look, it's an inside joke. Just leave us alone. All right.
So anyway, everybody on the 17th. Oh, top of the morning to you. But yesterday you were Italian.
Yeah, but I wasn't eating pizza that day, was I? I was having a bit of the Irish cream there. I was drinking green beer.
I've seen a lot of ads on my communications devices for Irish whiskey. So it's like
sure.
they're just getting all prepped up for it.
Well,
And of course, here in this Commonwealth, we're open on Sundays. or ABC stores.
True.
So, like,
True.
yes, sir. You can get drunk on Monday and be drunk all through the week.
Well, here's the dealio. See, they have to keep pushing because people are drinking less and less and less and less. So
cannabis is going to take over the world, buddy.
Mhm.
It's a lot, much safer,
No.
more safer than all that alcohol.
Too stinky. I've triple bagged it and I still smell it. Jeez.
Oh, let me tell you. So we got to talking yesterday, as we
normally do,
and I couldn't believe it. Dan said, "Well, it's like I've come into possession of this product that I won't tell you where it came
and
from.
it wasn't from McDonald's product.
It wasn't from McDonald's, so you didn't have to worry about him biting a little teeny bite. But he said, I triple bagged this stuff, man, and it still stinks."
JD's drooling.
Man, I'm like, yeah, it's like, I'm like, where is it? Send it over. Come on. So what did my partner decide to suggest? Well, I'll go ahead and mail it.
I could
to
just
you.
mail it to you. What could possibly go wrong?
First off, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but here of late, there seem to be a lot of cannabis growers who are advertising on the internet.
Yeah.
Lip Farms and I forgot the other one, but it's like, oh, and it's $29.99 an ounce. For those of you who are partaking of cannabis products, you know that is probably 1/10 of what an ounce would cost you on the street.
Wow.
So, okay, so now listen, $29.99, and I've looked at this, but here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Federal government still does not recognize, just like, again, they don't recognize the legality of marijuana because it's still in the books as a Class 1 drug.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, now how are they going to get this to me? Are they going to send it is there going to be a horse-drawn cart that's going to bring it to me? Because if you use the postal service, you're committing a felony.
Yeah.
And so, and here's what they make sure that you know. Oh, listen, it is very safe because we put it in smell-proof containers. But tell me when the postman looks at it and says, "She's Lit Farms," as the return address, that there's not going to cause some suspicion. So that's why I've never bothered to even entertain it, because I know as soon as I do, I'm going to be on this list and I'm going to be looking around. People are going to be following me and all that kind of stuff. So when Dano said, "Oh yeah, it's like, man, this stuff really stinks," and I said, "Well, Dan, that's because of the high THC content." And he said, "Well, I was thinking about throwing it away."
JD's like, "Let me out and get an Uber ride over to his house."
No. You need to come to my house now. Just leave the windows open and drive like a madman over here to Orange, Virginia.
All right.
Like,
So you're saying an ounce is like almost $3,000?
No. I said 10%. That's 10% of what a regular ounce is. About $300 is an ounce.
All right, $300 is an ounce. All right. So that's good to know, because that means the price of weed has actually gone down over the decades. Because
no, it hasn't. It's gone up.
Well, no.
Well, the street marijuana. Now, like I say, all these dispensaries are coming up with all these different strains, and so but it's still, if you go to a dispensary, here's I'll give you a little education here, brother.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy an eighth of marijuana on the street, it's going to cost you about $50.
Okay.
If you go to a dispensary to buy that same eighth, it's going to cost you $85.
Well, here's what I'm figuring out. It was like back in '76, it was like $100 for an ounce, which equates to about $570 today.
Remember that the quality was sucked.
Yeah, but that's $570 today. But you're saying it's closer to $300 an ounce.
Yes, it is. I mean, like I said, but there again, the potency, the amount of THC content is much stronger. This is a much stronger. But one of the ads I saw, and it struck me as funny because they said, "Oh, you've heard of Acapulco Gold?"
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's back. It's back, and it's stronger. And all these dispensaries and farms and such, they're all growing this Acapulco Gold. Well, I remember 1973. I got what I was told was Acapulco Gold. So my mouth was watering. I smoked a half ounce and didn't get a buzz.
Oh,
That's just how bad it was.
it was oregano.
You had a lot of people doing that stuff, oregano and mixing it up and all that kind of stuff. But now that very rarely happens, because even some of the worst homegrown is better than stuff that we had 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting here telling people how they can go ahead and get hooked on pot.
All right. And after that, we'll be right back. But after that, we'll talk about methamphetamines.
All right. What?
Thank goodness for this break. Sadly, however, we will return to the Slade.
Right after I go out in the backyard.
What a maroon.
Today in history, March 8th, 1618, Johannes Kepler discovers the third law of planetary motion. That, of course, the square of the orbital period of the planet is directly proportional to the cube of the semi-major axis of its orbit. Simple. We all knew that. 1817, the New York Stock Exchange is founded. Google stock immediately goes to 700. 1844, King Oscar I ascends to the thrones of Sweden and Norway, and later starts that sardine company and makes millions of dollars. 1936, the Daytona Beach Road Course opens and holds its very first oval stock car race. Cars racing at 85 miles an hour? You can see that on the turnpike every day. And finally, 1979, Philips Manufacturing demonstrates the compact disc for the very first time. An absolute marvel of science. It was a round disc, and it would hold about an hour's worth of music in a compact format, disc shape, so called a compact disc. I'm Dan Mason, and that's March 8th.
Please stand by.
And now, just a few minutes with Andy on Daylight Savings Time.
Well, here we go again. Must be the second Sunday in March. Had to get up an hour early this morning. It wasn't something I chose to do. God knows I need the beauty sleep. Now we're experiencing Daylight Savings Time, recognized by several countries. United States is one of them. You'd think we'd all be on the same page on this one, but we're not. Puerto Rico was going to go to Daylight Savings Time in 2000, but after they changed governors, they dropped it in 2001, 3 short days before it was ready to go into effect. Really, 3 days. And you want to become our 51st state. Cuba observes Daylight Savings Time somewhere in March and ends somewhere in October. Being a communist state, they won't tell anybody when it is. It keeps changing. Honduras adopted Daylight Savings Time May 1994 until September 1994, but then abandoned it on May 7th, 2006. It started up Daylight Savings Time and then ended it August 7th, 2016. Just 3 months. About the time for a Honduras war, don't you think? Now you may be thinking to yourself, Daylight Savings Time is such a wonderful thing. It gives us more time to enjoy the outdoor world in the summertime. Must have been done by a government consortium thinking ahead for everyone to enjoy. No, you'd think that. You'd be wrong. No, it was invented by a fellow by the name of George Vernon Hudson. He was a German, and he proposed this back in 1895 and finally got implemented on April 30th, 1916. So why do you think he proposed Daylight Savings Time? I'll give you a hint. It had nothing to do with spending more time with his family. Nope, George had a deeper feeling here. The guy was an entomologist. That's right, gang. A bug collector. Now he had more time at night. What a ding-dong. Now we have to get up an hour earlier just so some fellow who died some 50 years ago gets to pick up bugs late at night. Yeah, the only group winning right now are the manufacturers of coffee.
That was Andy Rooney. We'll see you next week.
fly with new ambition. Spring is in their song. Soon you'll find yourself a wishing days were not so long. If my thought is not defined, listen while I speak my mind. There ought to be a moonlight saving time, so I could love that girl of mine until the birdies wake and chime good morning. There ought to be a law in clover time to keep that moon out over time, to keep each lover's lane in rhyme till dawning. You'd better hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, get busy today. You'd better croon a tune to the man up in the moon. And here's what I'd say. There ought to be a moonlight saving time, so I could love that girl of mine until the birdies wake and chime good morning.
And now, for reasons I can't even explain, we return you now to the Slade and Mayson Show.
Hi, Jimmy. That was a cracking tune.
Hi, I'm J.D. Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
I gotta tell you, that Dick Robertson and his orchestra, he's got the wall of sound, baby. Let me tell you.
I tell you what, and it's like he's also promoting sin. You see, it's like he wants that moon to stay out all night long so he can stay with his girl.
Yeah. That's disgusting. That was Moonlight Savings Time from 1931, again by Dick Robertson and his orchestra, in commemoration of today being Daylight Savings Day.
Stop tapping my foot.
Yeah. And I also listened to Andy Rooney to make sure it wasn't dated like the last time I did the.
Well, again, listen, Andy's always going to be right up there with my favorite. Hey, listen, he's as respected as Walter Cronkite.
Walter Cronkite, yeah.
I was listening to Today in History, and one of the most fascinating things about being Catholic is knowing how, when you finally get up to that throne, who you decide you're going to be, because Pope Leo the 14th is the current Pope.
Okay, we'll go with that.
And you know that eventually we are going to end up having Pope Jiggy the First. It's just a matter of time.
I don't know about that one, but
Sorry,
in an alternate universe, perhaps. And in an alternate universe, we have President Condoleezza Rice. So
Condoleezza Rice.
yeah. So, but that was this portion of the Slade and Mayson Show is brought to you by Isis Southern Isis Treats. Hillary, I'm gonna go for a walk. All right, now, what is?
I'm sorry.
I don't know where that came from. I apologize. Icy Something Icy Treats is my buddy Sheila and her husband Al. They have a big red truck. It wasn't red to begin with, but they did paint it. So that's the important thing. And they put all their stuff on there. And what it's all about is where they've gone to the islands, the tropical islands of Hawaii, and they enjoyed on their trip these treats, these icy treats. And the locals would have this. It's like a metal can type of thing, and they would go ahead and scrape these blocks of ice, and the can would have like this snowfall, and they dip it into a container, and they put all these different flavorings on. They're like, wow, this is really tasty. Why doesn't this exist on the main 48, the lower 48? So she and her husband got to thinking, and they did some research, and they found these Italian ice shredding machines. So they ordered the machines. They had them specialty installed in the trucks. So they're levitated up on top. So you put the blocks on top, and then a snowfall comes down in front of you, and then that's where they start putting all these different flavors on. So
Get warmer, boys. Sheila, you're going to start wearing less, right?
now, if you got a birthday party, a corporate event, a fundraiser coming up, you should give them a call at 804-617-8827, 804-617-8827. It's a special treat. You can have them come to your neighborhood. They will set up shop and give you this wonderful, tasty treat. Now, you can also visit them on the internet. They're at www.ICEYSOMETHIN.
Leave off that G, for goodness sake.
ICEY.com, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you have internet access. You can see pictures of it. You can virtually taste the flavors. Give them a call, 804-617-8827. Again, 804-617-8827. That number once again is 804-617-8827.
And if you're trying to get a hold of Sheila, that's not the number to do it. But you'll be glad you did.
Because JD's tried. Now,
listen, before you go on, because it's like, you did a great impression of the 43rd president, or which one was he? Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. Yeah.
He does a great Bill Clinton. So, okay. So I'm watching, I was really bored. So I was watching the Senate as they were, talking to Bill and Hillary.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. It must be because of where I live, but Hillary was looking kind of foxy there for a while.
Oh.
They asked her a question, and it's like, and man, she just sat up and, arched her shoulders and, and I thought, man, she is hot. You have to remember where I live.
Chicken waka wow wow. Chicken wow wow. I dropped my keys. Chicken wow wow.
Okay.
We won't go there.
We talk about the car adventures. Well, this is my romantic adventure.
Oh, here we go.
JD Slade. Okay, so earlier this week, I had not seen my girlfriend.
Hey, you.
Hey, you. So I,
I'm going to have to go back and scrub that in about a year after he's like married to her.
Or she's dead.
Oh, Jesus. You are really bad. Go ahead.
Anyway, I'm coming out of my door of my apartment, and there she was. And she said, there's my boyfriend. I haven't seen him in a while. I said, yeah, baby, I'm here.
Yeah. Baby.
And so we're talking, and again, I told you she's going to probably dispose of her 18-year-old cat today. So it's like we talking, and I was like, and so she started getting all sad faced, and so the humanitarian in me made me want to make her smile. So I started doing some little jokes and such, and then I dropped my keys. Now this is the amazing part. Now I have found out some things. This beautiful little lady is 85 years old, but I mean, and I'm a pretty strapping young man, but if I drop my keys, there's a problem.
It'll take about an hour and a half to get them back again.
Exactly. Well, not with this, because this 85-year-old woman just jumped into action and bent down, straight down, and picked up those keys just like it was nothing. Now, what did that tell me? Hey, she's probably still bendy.
JD's got one thing on his mind.
Yeah, get my keys.
I wonder if she can mop my floor.
But like I said, I saw that and I thought, oh God, I wasn't going to tell you, but it's like, again, this has been such an interesting journey that I have to share this with you. So there you go. That's this week's Love Tales.
with Hey You.
And I heard her name once, and it's like, and I thought, damn it, I can't remember it. So it's like
Z28B5Q.
okay, all right. So now I've told you about my perversion for Hillary Clinton. So
There you go. That's great.
okay, now you
Okay.
can have the program back.
All right. Let's see. So, okay. So this one I have to share with everybody because it's actually happening to me a little bit. Apparently, as you know, a lot of places, a lot of corporations are absolutely demanding people use AI in their jobs. I don't know if you know this, but time you're using coding, building programs, things of that nature, it's like you must use AI. Must. Okay?
Okie dokie.
Okay. So that means you're producing like 8, 9, 15, 60 times more work than normally would have happened. But here's the problem. And I'm having the same problem. You give AI an assignment. You say, hey, I need for you to get me from point A down here to point B. Okay? And you're like, okay, great, no problem. And it builds this code and gets you from point A to point B. Now, you have to, as the engineer, you have to go back and look at each one of those steps and make sure, yep, we got that taken care of. Oh, shoot, it missed this part of it. Now I have to go back to AI and say, hey, on line 67, you have an output code of such and such that really should be this because this has to redirect back. So now you've got this, now you've got all this work ahead of you because you have to read all these codes. Meanwhile, it's already spat out like 1,600 lines of code for the next project you're working on. Oh, there's another project working on. So they're calling it, what are they calling? They're calling it brain fry. And I have the same problem because I will take an email that I've written, okay, and I kick it over to, our AI system, and I say, hey, let's clean this up and make it, make sense, right? So I go through and I'm reading and going, well, that's wrong. Nope, that's wrong. I didn't say that because, you parse sentences together as one big long string when you talk, but, humans know how to parse out that stuff, but AI doesn't.
Because it all runs it together.
Yeah, just like, you're talking about these three things at the same time. Must be the same thing. It's all the same price. Nope. So I can see where that's presenting a problem. But the great thing is we have lots of new learning going on, and YouTube videos are coming out with little cartoons for children to learn things like their ABCs. Like A is for apple, and you see that like coming squirting out of a toothpaste container, or B is for banana, and the banana comes, flying down out of the sky. So these videos are morphing and destroying the origins of a lot of these things, and it's just really mega disturbing.
Come on, Dan. Come on. I want to hear. Oh yeah, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be wonderful. We're gonna be fine.
They know they're gonna make stupid videos.
Well, like I said, stupid is as stupid does.
No, never like that. Now, smart people do other things. So, did you know there's a Florida woman who has lived in a hotel for 2.5 years, and she pays $300 a week, $1,200 a month, and with her $1,200 a month, it's like where you are. That includes the heat, that includes the water,
yes, sir,
that
water,
includes the gas, that includes, in her case, because it's a hotel, they come in and do the cleaning, they do the bed sheets, all taken care of. She's got free parking. The only thing she has to take care of is food. That's it. So people are thinking that may be, unfortunately, the new trend for a while till we get houses. People living in hotels. How wonkadoodles is that?
Yeah, I tell you, it just makes perfect sense.
Now,
And that Hey, we progress.
Now, what she does is she brings in her own microwave and then gives the old microwave back to the hotel. She brings in her own little stovetop, gets permission. She'll bring in all her own like equipment, like a little mini fridge, gives them back their mini fridge because hers is much bigger. But yeah, she's living in a hotel. Now, speaking of microwaves and not microwave stories, apparently scientists are now indicating there are some serious side effects. And
Oh, really?
yes, so we have got to stop microwaving in quote unquote microwave safe plastic containers.
You know, there is nothing more depressing than here I'm thinking I have a plastic container that's microwavable.
No, it's not.
And I put it in there, and all of a sudden I look, and it's like, I mean, it starts taking on this really globulous.
Yeah, it turns into like a gooey frisbee. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're ingesting all that plastic.
No, I'm not, because it's like as soon as it starts to melt, it goes in a trash can.
Okay. So let me kind of share something with you. And as a public service announcement, we always have these public service announcements. There is no such thing as microwave safe plastic. Doesn't exist.
Of course, how long have we've had microwaves since the 70s, right?
70s. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now,
no wonder we're all dying at a major clip.
right. So all those videos you see from the 1970s where they're putting the Corningware in with a Corningware cover and microwaving it, that's the way you're supposed to do it. Period. Hard stop.
No plastic.
No plastic. As a matter of fact, I will do the same. I'll have a bowl of whatever, and I will get one of the Corningware plates, and I'll put it on top of that. That's it. End of story. Microwave.
I've always been skeptical to begin with, because all of a sudden you got this technology where you can just take a steak and cook it in 2 minutes.
No, that's frighteningly bad. Bad idea. Bad idea.
Well, I'm glad we of course cleared that up. And for those of you who thank us for our public service, hey, you're welcome.
This has been a public service announcement of the Slade and Mayson Show. Also, don't get a big arch. Even the CEO won't eat it. Da, 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 da.
Again, like I say, talk about just a very bad campaign.
I know we're milking that one to death. I am sorry, but that's just so stupid. Also,
call back, man. You know that.
Another public service announcement. So this guy in Florida, he's in Volusia County, and he's retired, and he is living in the home of his mom. And let's see, he moved into his mother's house 20 years ago to help care for her. He was added to the deed in 2007. She died in 2013. And he continued living there, believing that he had full ownership of the property, as his mom has long since paid off the mortgage. What he did not know was that in 2001, she placed it under a reverse mortgage.
Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, listen, you need extra bucks. Tell you what, come give us your home so we can give you the money. And then when you don't pay it off, we're going to take it.
Now, not only did there have to be, now there's a reverse mortgage. That was back in, when did she die? 2013. It's 2026. They are seeking to collect $190,000 in principal and interest and fees from this guy for living there and not relinquishing the property. But now, on top of that, he's got no place to live. Reverse mortgages are about as smart an idea as using mercury to make hats flat.
Hold on a second. No, wait a minute. Now let me just take up the other side just to be argumentative.
Okay, go ahead.
Because if you are, you're a crotchety old SOB, you don't like your family, you don't want them to get nothing. That's what you do. That way you got all this big money that you can spend before you die, and you don't tell them about it. And then 5 years from now, you'll have the very same case, and these people will first, of course, they're going to do it and fall in it, but then they're going to go, well.
All right. So am I supposed to say, hey, Bill, your mom hated your guts. Even though you cared for her for a decade, she said she's giving you the middle finger from the grave.
Exactly. And again, that is one of those things. I mean, you people are famous for doing that.
What do you mean, you people?
You don't like your kids and you want to try and get revenge on them. So, you go ahead and you screw them out of their inheritance. I mean, that's just, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
And like I say, the reason that I say you people is because my people, we don't have anything. We don't have that, inherited wealth.
Well,
thing.
wait a minute. So I'm going through possibility of changing my insurance on the cars and the house. So the guy's interviewing me. He's got da. He says, now there's a part of the rider here we have to cover here. So anything that's over $2,500 in value, we need to put a rider on that. And I said, now what do you have? And I went, $2,500. And I'm like mentally going through the entire house, thinking and finding something that's worth $2,500. And I'm going, let's see. Cars are about $1,000 total. Let's see. The computer's used.
$200.
Oh, my 8-track collection.
Out there, you probably got $1 million.
I got $1 million at the 8-track. Well, that's going to do it for us little boys and girls. That was the Slade.
Haven't they started making new 8-track machines?
No.
Hi, I'm JD Slade.
I'm Dan Mason,
And this is the Slade and Mayson Show.
Not yet. I'm planning on doing it this weekend.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Say goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Goodbye, Mr. Slade. Goodbye, Mr. Mason.
Goodbye, Mr. Mason. Goodbye, Mr. Slade.
We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Take us away, Freddie.
All right, it's my turn to be Dan. I didn't talk about this. I didn't talk about this. I didn't talk about that either. It's like, and now I have to throw it all away because it won't be prevalent next week.
Oh, I didn't talk about that either. I forgot to talk about, oh, man, I forgot to talk about this. I forgot, oh, man.
Okay, so now you rack your brains. What the hell did we talk about this hour?
Z28B5Q, Z28B5Q. You can be like us here too at Z28B5Q. Everybody sing.
And I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have more madness for you next week.
Somehow.
We just live for this. I still love you, Sheila.
Back up, buddy. Here comes Al. Quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. I'm melting. I'm melting.
One more. Hillary.
I did not have sex with fill in the blank.
With Hillary.